This superstorm is expected to be
You
a
can see it
Category
on our
5
tower
hurricane with
cam.
winds up to
Absolutely,
300 miles
and,
per
Once
hour.
again, this is producing a lot of
Let me show you
precipitation.
the
If
forecast
you go
models.
outside, you may not be able to
Really
see it.
good
Take
agreement.
shelter now.
Hey guys, it's Dustin with Coast to Coast Pools, and the question today is, what do I do with my swimming pool if a hurricane or a tropical storm is coming? And we're going to try to show you the do's and don'ts. Right now, here are the 3 things I do not want you to do during a storm. We build thousands of pools a year at Coast to Coast Pools. We not only build them, but we also service and clean thousands of pools a week at our company. The main call we get and the panic we get is what to do during a storm. Number 1, I do not want you to drain your pool. But Dustin, why don't I drain my swimming pool? Guys, Florida is one big sandbox. There's a big water table. As you can see behind me, there's a lake. And if you draw a straight line, the depth of the swimming pool, the depth of that lake, that water table, if you take that water out, if you drain that swimming pool, when it storms and there's a lot of rain, that water table is going to come up. And I don't know if you've ever done your research, but what happens? It's gonna push that swimming pool completely out of the ground. You want water in that pool. You want it to be weighted down, because when the groundwater comes up, it's holding that pool in place. Do not drain your pool. Dustin, if I don't drain my pool, it's gonna overflow on my deck. You guys have multiple avenues to get rid of water. Your deco drain's gonna go along your house. It spits outside into the yard. Your deck is pitched away from your house. Water's gonna flow through your screen and get outside of your pool cage. Make sure your deco drain and downspouts are clear. Make sure water can freely leave the deck. Check your pool overflow. Again, remember and have comfort, your pool deck is pitched away and out, and water is gonna go outside your cage. But if you're worried about the water level raising up, you do have a overflow. Go out to your overflow. Check and see if it's covered up with mulch, if it's buried. Make sure that it has a clear path to let water go out of that overflow. Locate your overflow. It's usually just outside the pool cage near your skimmer. A lot of times you have mulched over it. Clear the mulch out of the way so the water has plenty of room to leave your swimming pool. Furthermore, most of you have a large step down coming out of your house. That water would have to be boxed in and caved in. If it floods your house, you best be getting out of town, because the swimming pool flooding your house is going to be the least of your worries. We're going to show you different ways of, if you're absolutely terrified during the storm of draining the water down, we'll show you different ways you can do that. But we want that water level to stay in the swimming pool. Please don't throw your patio furniture in your swimming pool. There's idiots like this that do it all the time. Well, what happens when you throw it in there? Who's going to get it out after the storm? What's it going to do, and what's the water chemistry going to do to the legs and the feet and just your overall color of your patio furniture? It's going to get real expensive when you have to replaster your pool, or you have rust stains or divots into your swimming pool plaster. We try to recommend you to bring it in as close to the lanai as possible. If not, go ahead and bring it inside the house. You don't want it in your pool. And number 3, I don't want you cutting all the screens on your cage. The absolute craziest thing I've seen people do is actually cut slits in their screens. No, no, no. We do not want you cutting your screens. That is a terrible idea. Chances are, if it misses us, you're gonna just created thousands of dollars of damage and repair that you would have had to do anyways. Do not tear your screen out. We're gonna show you different ways of, if you're absolutely terrified during the storm of draining the water down, we'll show you different ways you can do that. Lastly, don't panic, guys. We're all in this together. We are just trying to help you not create more damage to your swimming pool and your pool cage than the hurricane would. Be prepared, say your prayers. That's all we can do. Dustin from Coast to Coast Pools, wishing you luck, praying for you, and have a good day.